Welcome to Supers Live in the Super Modified Sim Racing Summer Season for the Super Modified Ultimate Pavement Racing Series. We are live from the home of the Super Modifieds on beautiful Lake Ontario, Oswego Speedway, and we are ready to kick off our 19th consecutive season of Super Modified non-wing Super Modified Sim Racing. We've got some good stuff coming up for you here this summer. It's a short season, as is usually the case with our non-wing season. 12 races this year, mostly at Oswego Speedway, but a couple at some different places as well, and that's kind of exciting. We're going to be back at the Moody Mile this year. We're going to be running at a very new track, or well, not a very new track. It's actually an old console conversion track from like Need to Speed, but it's called Ozark Mountain Speedway. We're excited about that. We are going to be, it'll be the first race ever for Supers in 19 years, although a fictional track in the state of Arkansas. How about that? That's some pretty cool stuff. We are going to be running our regular big shows like the Jim Champagne Memorial coming up in 2 weeks. We've got NASCAR Heat. Next week, we've got the Pete Trinka Memorial coming up at the end of the season, the Mr. Online Super Modified doubleheader with wing and non-wing cars. Just a whole lot going on. You want to learn more about that, go to supers.net to see what's coming up on our schedule, and as well as real Super Modified races throughout the country. And they have been going on. You can catch up with them on our site as well. We want to say congratulations before we get started with tonight and move into the new season. Congratulations to our most recent season champion, Dave O, out of Union, Connecticut, picked up the season championship with 17 wins on the season. Brad Keyser was second quick. Dave O just kicking butt. 1,924 laps completed last year. Boy, he was cooking and booking. Dave-O is a two-time champion of Supers in the Super Modifieds here with the non-wing cars. And we expect that he's going to be pretty dominant this year as Brad Keyser, who is also a Super Modified champion in the non-wing division, not able to make all of the races this year. So keep your eyes out on that number 11, Speedy Man Dave. Want to give a shout out to our good friend Carl Becker, Carl Bonsai Becker, unable to be here as he is dealing with some health issues for his wife. Carol, we wish them the best and hope that your prayers will join ours as we pray for Carol's speedy recovery from some issues that she's having in and out of the hospital here recently. So, Carl, longtime Supers member, the elder statesman of the Super Modified Ultimate Pavement Racing Series, and now 80 years old, just turning 80 at the end of May here. So, get well soon, Carol. Carl, we hope to see you back with us here real soon. Tonight's format, super simple. We have got the regular standard Oswego Speedway non-wing format that made the track so great back in the day. We have got 2 heat races. Those will be lined up by the points one handicap system, taking the last 3 races of last season and moving them into this season. And then we will take the top 3 drivers, top 3 finishers of each heat race. They'll get their handicap back for our 50-lap Port City kickoff feature. Zach Sears is a defending winner of the Port City kickoff. It was an exciting race last year, right down to the wire. And Zach is here with us tonight out of Elyria, Ohio, driving the number 22. Keep your eyes on that. One thing we want you to be aware of as well, a couple of number changes for those of you that watch Supers Live regularly. Brad Keyser has changed from the number 3 to the number 9. And Daniel Nance, your 2022-23 Rookie of the Year for Icings on Top and Supers in the Wing season, has changed his number from 168 to number 2. So you'll look for the red deuce on the black and green car, and you'll look for the multicolored number 9 on the black machine of Brad Keyser. So keep your eyes out for those number changes, and we'll try not to stumble too much as we get used to those number changes ourselves. Two 10-lap races, two 10-lap heat races getting ready to roll here on the SUPRS Broadcasting Network with the non-wing super modifieds, and we'll give you the lineup here real quick. But most of all, we want you to let us know where you're tuned in from here tonight, because we'd like to give you a super shout out during the broadcast. Let us know who your favorite SUPRS racer is and who you want to see win our 19th annual Port City Kickoff. This one goes back quite a ways, 11 different winners in 18 previous versions of this race. And in the last 4 years, there's not been the same driver hasn't won. So expect to see some pretty cool racing out there tonight. Not a huge field of racers here tonight. As summer, we usually have a few shorter fields, and not too unexpected, but a decent field of 11 cars here tonight, and some fast racers, drivers of all ages and from all over the country getting ready to go super modified sim racing to kick off our summer season. Well, here's how we're going to line up heat race number 1, and this is going to be a pretty good one. We got some fast racers in this one, folks, and want to make sure that you know who they are. So let's give you the lineup for our 10-lap qualifying heat race here to kick off the Port City kickoff season opener. On the pole of our first 10-lap heat race, driving the number 12, it's Anthony Corsiniti. Corsiniti in the beautiful blue TeesForecast.com machine. Starts on the pole. Outside row number 1, driving the number 25, the white machine, sponsored by RW Woodworking and B&G Racing Photos. It's Bob Gangwer out of Goshen, Indiana. Inside row number 2, another New Yorker, former Rookie of the Year, driving the number 13 Simability machine. It's Rapid Ryan Clunan. Outside row number 2 from Union, Connecticut, former winner here of the Port City kickoff, driving the TMS Wolfpack number 11, it's Dave O. Inside row number 3, driving the number 41 from Crestline, Ohio, in the Mayfield Missile. Keep your eyes on the brand new paint scheme for Keith Put One On You Powell. Rounding out the field, welcome back to the driver that's been hit and miss lately on the super schedule, but glad to have him back. Newlywed from New York, it's Greg Breen. Greg Breen. Rounding out the field here. Field rolling behind the pace car here at Oswego Speedway as sun begins to set over turn 1. And Lake Ontario, Anthony Corsiniti in the TeesForecast.com machine going to be bringing him down for the green flag. Gangwer starting outside row number 1 of the white number 25. Then it's Clunan, that beautiful yellow and red machine, number 13 for Rapid Ryan Clunan. Dave O in the black, number 11. Starts 4th. 5th place belongs to Keith Powell in the Mayfield Missile number 41. And Greg Breen rounding out the field in the number 26. Here we come. Get ready to start the summer season of super modified sim racing. The green flag flies. We're racing at Oswego. Down into turn 1 they go. And Corsiniti with a good start. Gangwer slides up high on the track. Clunan goes underneath. Oh, slides by. Gangwer drops in. Corsiniti leads this one. Top 3 will get their handicap back and have an option starting on the pole for the 50-lap feature. Powell put the pressure on Gangwer. Oh, look at this. The 13 of Clunan slides high. Dave O looks to the bottom. Clunan holds him off as Corsiniti continues to lead. 3 laps into this 10-lapper. Now, here comes O again to the low side. O slides to the high side down to turn number 3, drops back just a little bit. And now Clunan sets his sights on Corsiniti. Good battle up front amongst the top 3. Then it's Gangwer and Powell and Breen. O goes to work again on the 13th. Slides low down the back chute. Into turn 3 they go. Clunan gives him space. Good battle through 3 and 4. Dave O takes over second place from Rapid Ryan Clunan halfway through this 10-lapper. Oh, now tries to go for some extra points here in the heat race. He's going to try to get around Anthony Corsiniti with 3 laps to go here at Oswego Speedway. Dave O, fastest lap of the race, a 15:7.93. 2 to go. Can Corsiniti hang on? Give him a good shot for the pole if he does. Really, all he needs to do is finish in the top 3. Here comes Clunan back. Look at this, the 13 of Rapid Ryan Clunan on the white flag lap. Starts to go to work on the number 11 of goes to the inside of Corsiniti down the back chute on the last lap, makes the pass. Corsiniti slides high, tries to come back at the line. It's going to be close. Corsiniti gets around. He crosses the stripe and hangs on for third, but damage on the number 11, or the number 12, the number 11 also into the fence. So heat race 1 full of action up front. But your winner, Dave O, with that last lap, last corner pass. Nice run for him. He starts the season off in defense of his non-wing super modified title. Heat race number 1 in the bag. The top 3, as we said, get their handicap back, and Dave O, Ryan Clunan, and Anthony Corsiniti going to have some pretty good starting spots here for the 50-lap feature that's coming up. Heat race number 2 getting set to go here at Oswego Speedway. But before we give you the lineup, we want to remind you can go to supers.net, click on the fan tab, and learn more about super modified sim racing and real super modifieds. You want to know about the ultimate short track race car that races right here at Oswego Speedway, the home of the super modifieds in the real world? Check it out, supers.net. Click the fan tab. On the pole, driving the number 14 from Brook Park, Ohio, the black and green machine, sponsored by Gannon Auto Sales. It's Bobby Hayduck. Hayduck in the 14, outside row number 1, driving the number 22. Your defending winner of the Port City Kickoff from Elyria, Ohio. It's Zach Sears. Sears in the 22. Inside row number 2, the second oldest driver on the SUPRS roster, 73 years old, from Goshen, Indiana, in the Smoky Bones Down Home Kitchen, number 08. It's Danny Ray. Right next door to him, another SUPRS veteran, been a member since 2004. He hails from Wyoming, Michigan, and he drives the Michigan Hill Gang Ada Automotive, number 10, it's Gary Waldron. Waldron in the orange, number 10. On the inside of row number 3, your 2021 SUPRS Goldcrest non-wing champion, hailing from Liverpool, New York, sponsored by BMK Logistics, it's Brad Keyser, the coach, in the number 9, and rounding out the field with a number change, hailing from Baldwinsville, New York, sponsored by Hahn Welding and Nans Brothers Racing. Driving the deuce tonight, it's Daniel Nans. Nans, the Icings on Top Rookie of the Year for the wing season that just finished up. So that's your second of 2 10-lap heat races. That's the lineup for it. Watch from the back as you got some fast guys starting back there because they're handicaps. And they don't show up the race, they get a full handicap, or actually a double handicap. If they win a lot, they're going to have a higher handicap as well and start further back in the field. Up front, it's Bob Hayduck and Zach Sears. A couple of Buckeyes. You have a Hoosier and a Michigander. And a couple of New Yorkers rounding out the back. Don't forget, if you want to race your own Super Modified online, go to supers.net/site/about/join us, or just click the Join tab, and you can race with all of these cool dudes here at Supers. Racing rFactor and NASCAR Heat platforms. Heat race number 2 getting gridded up on the line here at Oswego Speedway. Again on the pole, Bobby Hayduck. This is going to be a thrilling heat race, folks. Get ready. Here they come off of turn number 4. Green flag flies, and heat race number 2 is underway at Oswego Speedway. From the outside, look at them go. Now, we've got action down at turn number 1 as Sears takes the lead. Oh, Daniel Nance pounds the fence at turn number 4. Brad Keyser hanging back and probably smart about that as Nance is charging up through the field. There goes Keyser, finally by the number 2. And around the rest of the field, Hayduck hanging on a second or third with Gary Waldron out front, but here comes Keyser. Keyser getting a good run off of turn number 2, goes past Hayduck into turn number 3. Hayduck keeps it low, and again, Nance slides way high, going way deep into the corners. And still, this is his first season in the non-wing cars. Keyser in a transfer working on Waldron. Waldron hanging on for the Michigan Hill gang. Drops it in. Up front, Sears with the lead. Keyser second. Waldron third. Hayduck drops to 4th. Past the halfway point here in heat race number 2. And Sears lapping Danny Ray. White flag going to be coming out for your leader, Zach Sears, this time by the stripe. He's got a big lead over Brad Keyser. And your defending winner of the Port City Kickoff, looking pretty good out there right now. Nance and Hayduck battle. And there it is, white flag's out now. And Nance continues to just slide up the track as Nance and Hayduck battling. Sears coming out of turn 4, takes the checker as we keep our sights set on the backstretch. Second place going to go to Keyser. Here comes Waldron now, and the battle for 4th is not over with. Right to the line, oh, and Nance demolishes the car. Finishes behind Hayduck. Danny Ray rounds out the field. So the rookie definitely driving like a rookie out there tonight. He's banging off of everything but the checkered flag and the victory lane champagne. Drinking that, though, here in our second heat race is Zach Sears. Great run by the defending winner of the race. Sears, Keyser, Waldron all getting their handicaps back and transfer into the top 6 starting positions of the feature. Bob Hayduck hanging on for 4th place. Good run for him. Well, folks, don't go anywhere. We've got more sim racing action coming at you Following this quick break, we'll have our 50-lap Port City kickoff feature up next. You're enjoying live super modified sim racing, the finest on the SUPRS Broadcasting Network. Welcome back to SUPRS Live. It's feature time for the 19th annual Port City kickoff here at Oswego Speedway. You got to pick your favorite. Let us know who you are cheering for our 50-lap super modified sim racing event, rFactor style. Tell your friends to tune in because we've got some action coming at you here tonight. Starting on the pole, driving the number 12 from North Syracuse, New York. It's Anthony Corsiniti in the teesforecast.com machine. Outside row number 1, your defending winner of the Port City kickoff from Elyria, Ohio, sponsored by the Midwest Super Modified Series and Atkins Glass. It's Zach Sears, the Zack Attack, outside row number 1. Inside row number 2 now, this driver hails from Oswego, New York. He's sponsored by Simability, and he drives the number 13. It's Rapid Ryan Clunan. Right next door to him from Union, Connecticut, in the TMS Wolfpack number 11. Put your hands together for your defending series champion and your most recent Supers champion in the wing season. It's Dave O. Dave O in the Black Beauty number 11. Inside row number 3 now. Good starting spot for this driver from Wyoming, Michigan. Sponsored by Ada Automotive and Wholesale Diamond Exchange. It's Gary Waldron. G-Dub in the number 10 starts in 5th. Starting in 6th position outside of row number 3 from Liverpool, New York, driving the number 9. Sponsored by BMK Logistics, it's Brad Keyser, the coach. Inside row number 4 now. And the following drivers from row 3 on back all are starting the way they finished their heat races, with heat race number 1 taking the inside row and heat race number 2 taking the outside row. But starting in 7th position, driving the B&G Racing Photos number 25, it's Bob Gangwer. Next door to him from Brook Park, Ohio, sponsored by Bronx Country, it's Bobby Hayduck. Hayduck in the number 14 starts 8th. Starting in 9th position from Liverpool, New York, sponsored by Lindsay Aggregates, it's Greg Breen. Breen in the number 26. Right next door to him, driving the number 2, sponsored by Hahn Welding Supply and Nance Brothers Racing, it's Daniel Nance. Nance out of Baldwinsville, New York. Now to your final row on the inside of row number 6 and 11th starting position. He's sponsored by Mayfield's Garage. It's Keith, put one on you, pal. Powell out of Crestline, Ohio, also sponsored by Icings on Top. Rounding out the field in the Smoky Bones Down Home Kitchen, number 08. It's Danny Ray. Field rolling here for our 50-lap Super Modified Sim Racing feature, the Port City Kickoff. First race of Supers Goldcrest non-wing summer season. Up front, it's Corsiniti. Corsiniti in the 12, Sears in the black 22. Then it's Clunan and Waldron, Geezer, Gangler, Hayduck, Breen, Nance, Powell, Ray. Here they come off of turn number 4. Green flag flies. The Port City kickoff is flying into turn 1 here at Oswego Speedway. Corsiniti with a good start. Sears trying to get some bite on the outside. Look at this, Sears hanging high, wide, and handsome, and here comes Dave Lowe with Clunan as well, giving chase. Geezer working the outside groove just like Dave O. Gamer gets into the back end of Waldron. Lap number 2, the caution comes out. Yeah, we'll see on the instant replay courtesy of Hairbag Studios. And Waldron in the pits. And the field cycling through there. And now Waldron, after being in the pits, comes back out. He'll go to the tail after making a pit stop. Lineup is good. We'll be back to green flag races, so an early caution here. Bob Gang, we're getting to the back end of Gary Waldron. Waldron makes some quick changes and hopefully some repairs to the Ada Automotive number 10. Up front, it's Zach Sears, Anthony Corsinini, Dave O, your top three. Then it's Clunan, Keyser, and Breen. 5th through 6th, or 4th through 6th, Powell, Hayduck, Ray, and Gangler. Here we come, off turn 4. Green flag is back out. Sears hanging on the lead with Corsinini in second as O tries to work on the number 12. Clunan and Keyser, a good battle going now as Keyser moves up to third. Oh, still has not gotten around Corsinini, but remember that last lap pass in his heat race. I think he's too worried about things right now. Keyser around Dave O, moves into third on lap number 6. Taking a look at Keith Powell's beautiful blue number 41. Big change for that driver who's normally in the orange and yellow Mayfield. So look at this. Keyser and Clunan banging around out there. Keyser cannot get around Anthony Corsinini. Corsinini having a good run here tonight in the Sweden. Led most of his heat race. Zach Sears fastest lap of the race at 15.770. Second through 5th, a very good race out there. Ten laps in. Actually, 12 laps in this time by the stripe. Competition tough here in Oswego. And now your leader, Zach Sears, coming up on lap traffic. Sears trying to defend his Port City kickoff win here tonight at Oswego Speedway. Doing a good job so far. About a 2-second lead over Corsinini. Corsinini hanging on the second with Keyser in third. And O dropping to fourth. Clunan in the top 5. Geezer with a fast lap of the race now, 57.69. Looking high and low all over the back end of that tsportcast.com machine. Green starting to pull up closer to the back end of his nephew, Ryan Clunan now. As that battle could sure ensue. And actually that was Clunan working around Daniel Nance up there. Dave O now goes around Brad Keyser and moves into third place. Boy, he is going to go right to work on Anthony Corsinini. And look at that, gets underneath him and moves into second place. Now Dave O starting to go to work. Sears, does he have enough time to reel him in? 4 seconds. 30 laps to go. I think he might. Ooh, look at this battle for 4th and 5th. Ryan Clunan and Brad Keyser. Ryan Clunan moves into third place now. Anthony Corsinini drops to 4th. Heavy lap traffic for Greg Green, meanwhile, who's running in 6th. Now Keyser goes by Corsinini as well, as Corsinini drops to 5th. Had a good run going out there. Caution on the racetrack. Caution flag is out on the racetrack. And we've got several cars involved. Looks like possibly Danny Ray, Bob Hayduck, and we've got tires up in turn 1. It's a big one. Hayduck missing the front end off that number 14. Gary Waldron out as well. Tough night for Waldron. Gangler got into him, got him turned sideways. Coming down just to 20 laps to go here. Well, we hate seeing it. Guys dropping out with that few laps left to go past the halfway point here. There's the instant replay courtesy of Hairbag Studios. Oh, a hard hit for Haydock. As the 10 and the 14 make contact in turn 1. Haydock shoots up the wall in turn 1. Waldron was able to continue on with damage and spun it again and hit the backstretch wall. So, man, that was a tough hit for Bob Haydock. Daniel Nance in the pits. This gives Dave O a good opportunity here to go after your leader, Zach Sears. Can Sears hold him off? Sears has looked pretty good out there tonight, but lost about a 4-second lead. Here they come. Green flag's back out. Resume their battle for third position. Down into turn 3 they go. Powell and Breen going to work as well on each other. As Powell trying to get by Breen. Breen's awful loose out there. Gangler's worked himself back in to the top 10. Up front, we've got a good battle for the lead between O and Sears. Geezer with another fast lap of the race. Dave O into the lead with 18 laps to go. Geezer's right there as well. He can't make a stint, so he'll try again. There it is. Geezer into second past Sears. Oh man, look at this. Oh, slides way high, and there goes Geezer into the lead. And Sears goes by as well. Trouble for Dave O possibly on the number 11. And she drops back to third. $15 to go. City kickoff. It's Brad Geezer with the lead. Geezer, Sears, O, 1, 2, 3. Clunan in fourth. Corsinini hanging on the fifth. Breen starting to reel him in. In the go. 10 laps left here in the Port City kickoff at Oswego Speedway. Top two are awful close out there. O's back just a little ways. Strung out around the racetrack. Battle starting up though between the 26 and 25 and the 41 for 6th position. Green struggles to hang on to his loose machine. And a battle for 2nd and 3rd between O and Sears. To go, this time by the stripe for your leader, Brad Keyser. White flags out for Brad Keyser. Here he comes into turn 3. Keyser gonna bring it home for the win. Brad Keyser, your winner. Zach Sears comes home 2nd. Dave O 3rd. Ryan Clunan 4th. In the bag. A quick race here tonight. A little over 18 minutes to complete it with just a couple of cautions slowing the race up. Brad Keyser comes from 6th starting position. Picks up some bonus points. And a main thing, picks up the win here tonight at the Port City kickoff. Brad, congratulations. A good run for you here tonight. Had the BMK Logistics number 9 rocking and rolling. A good battle up front. Took you a while to get there, though. Was that part of the plan? And how tough was it to take the lead here tonight and pick up your first Port City kickoff?
Thanks, Bob. First, thanks to Hairbake Studios, Breeze Graphics, Icing's on Top. I don't think we have a Rookie of the Year here tonight. I'm waiting to see if John's able to make the rest of them. And obviously, thanks to First Fin Servers for the servers. It really was not the plan to not get up there. Honestly, really, really struggled to get by Anthony for a while. Dave struggled with him, and I struggled with him, and we'd move up to you have to get runs on him, and between Dave, Ryan, and I, we were also close early. It was really, 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 really tough, and thankfully got a caution there, probably like with 30 to go, 25 to go, somewhere in that range. And I needed that because without that, I think Zach had probably a 4-second lead on the field, and he was gone. And I don't think we were going to catch him. Dave had just finally gotten clear in second, and just kind of got lucky. You know, Ryan got by Anthony, and then I had to run Anthony a little more aggressive than I usually want to, but I couldn't let the three of them go. But Anthony did a great job. I can't, say enough of Anthony's race here tonight. And then really Greg was right behind me in that mess too. So it was a tough battle. I knew I was in a hornet's nest. And then I got on Ryan, and Ryan and I had some of the best races we've had in a long time. We probably spent 10 to 12 laps total in this race, absolutely side by side, pinning each other, having a blast, and never hitting each other at all. It was really hard, really good, clean racing. But once I got in front of Ryan, I had clean air, and I was able to make up the ground real quick on Zach and Dave. Zach started bobbling as the tires were going away because the two-time tire wear definitely played into that. And that probably helped me early on, honestly, riding for so long. I probably had a little more tire there for a while just because of that. And Dave got the lead, and then Dave did the same thing I had done about 5 or 6 times, just overdrove 3, went down into 3, and then I got the lead, and from there it was just, clean air, a decent tire. I wouldn't say good tires. I had decent tires left, and it was just really just fortunate enough to stay out of it. So real quick car, same setup we've been running for a while, but the tire wear factor here was definitely threw a different curveball into it. So I'd have to say that was a huge thing, because I think it's the first time we've been running it in the non-wing season. Obviously, we did a lot in the wing season, so might have to look at some setups there. But no, it was a real fun race. It's always nice to start off the year with a win, and especially in the new Trevor Project car with BMK Logistics. So all in all, can't complain. Good night. Good to be back.
Brad, a heck of a run tonight. How close were you to the incident between Gary Walder and Bobby Haydock that just destroyed Haydock's car when those two got together?
Thankfully,
you were in some pretty heavy lap traffic.
Yeah, thankfully I was not near that one. Thankfully, I mean, I almost caught, I think it was Danny Ray in the heat, down in turn 1, lost it, and I thought before the heat, just for starting positions, do I just fall all the way back and no, I got to pick 2 guys off before the end of the race, and I was kind of doing that, and then still almost get caught up in turn 1. But no, I was fortunate to miss the big one. Well, I guess the way I could qualify it is I missed it when it happened, but when I came around on the next lap, there were still parts flying and cars flipping and going everywhere. So I almost got caught under yellow. So thankfully I was fortunate, and then I was fortunate that I saw the 11 had a big run on the 22 at the end, and they got into each other and they crashed through the line. Which good to see some exciting, tough racing tonight. Like I said, I had a blast with the guys I was fortunate enough to race with, Anthony and Greg and Ryan and Dave and Zach. It was really tight quarters racing up there, and should be an interesting season.
It definitely looks like it's going to be a very competitive season here in the non-wing super modifieds for supers. Brad, you kicked it off with a big one here. Your very first Port City kickoff, become the 12th different winner of this race, and now 19 editions. So congratulations, heck of a run for you in the number 9 here tonight.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for everything you do.
Brad Keyser, your winner of the Port City kickoff as we kick off our summer season of super modified sim racing. You'll want to join us next week for race number 2 of our 2023 non-wing Goldcrest season as we get prepared and keep working towards that 20th anniversary season coming next October. But next week, first and foremost, NASCAR Heat Night with a regular 45, same format as tonight, with 2 heat races and a 45-lap feature in the old NASCAR Heat platform. We hope you can join us. And we want to thank all of you for coming in tonight, hanging out with us. Make sure you follow us on all of our social media accounts. And if you're watching on Twitch, hit that follow button so you'll be notified when we go live. Special thanks to First to Finish Race Servers, BreezeGraphics.com, Hairbag Studios, and video producer Kevin Timmons. Spinning the knobs, pulling his hair out, and turning the dials up in Baldwinsville, New York at the Hairbag Studios headquarters. Icing's on top, specialty cakes for all occasions, and proud sponsor of the Supers Rookie of the Year Award, the Supers Triple Crown of Super Modified Sim Racing. Super Modified Scorecard, grid-finder.com. Find your place on the grid and become a Grid Finder approved league just like Supers. Burger Smokehouse, simple family traditions since 1927. on the web at smokehouse.com. Wags Custom and Cool Awards, making Brad Keyser look cool in Victory Lane here tonight at Oswego. BMK Logistics, getting you your Amazon products speedy delivery style in upstate New York. Also, RG Gale Photos and Designs, and our friends at HeatFinder.net and the ModSquad.info. Don't forget to tune in 2 weeks' time for the 18th annual Jim Champagne Memorial here at Oswego Speedway. 80 laps, a special qualifying format for that event. We hope you'll join us here on the SUPRS Broadcasting Network, on supers.net, on the live page, and on Twitch. Don't forget, within 72 hours, we'll have the video on demand up on YouTube of this broadcast right here, or you can watch the unedited broadcast immediately following when we go off air. Well, when you're in the port city, no matter what you're doing, if you're in a sailboat, a big boat, or a laker, you want to make sure that you're wing side up and wheels to the ground. Have a good night, everybody. See you in 2 weeks.
Well, if you're gonna do it, I say do it with someone you love. And if you're going through it, I say do it with someone you love. I've been around a long time, in and out of love. But if you're gonna do it, I say do it with someone you love.